Welcome to our latest virtual town hall. I'm Brad West, the communications officer here at the City of Palm Coast. We're trying out a little bit different format this month, and we hope you enjoy it. And I'm here with my colleagues. We're the communications team here for the City of Palm Coast. Joined with by Kimberly Norman, our public relations associate, and Angie Davis, who is our content creation associate. So we just want to go through a little bit about who we are, what we do, and we're a small team. We have the three of us, and we also have a content community relations freelance writer that works with us as well. My role as communications officer is that I am the team lead, and I work through planning. I also work with media relations and serve as the spokesperson for the city. Um, and we have Kimberly Norman, as I introduced earlier, who is our public relations associate. So Kim, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do?
So my role as public relations associate is to formulate the written materials for the city and also some of the digital materials that we use to communicate. So I create press releases, I produce video content from storyboarding and planning to recording and photography. I do research and plan marketing campaigns. I also do outreach to our community groups and residents. And I also participate in speaking engagements. And all of those are ways that we inform the public and different residents on various issues and events that are happening in the city of Palm Coast.
And if you notice, Kim does a great job on video because she comes from a great background in TV reporting and whatnot, and does a tremendous job with a lot of our storyboarding for video and laying out all the great videos that we put out. We also have Angie Davis here today, who again is our content creation associate and resident artiste. So Angie, tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, like Brad mentioned, I'm the content creation associate. I create all the graphic elements that are used for marketing, as well as putting together any kind of photography elements and video editing and production.
Great. And you graduated from where, Angie?
Full Sail University.
Yeah, you come with a great background, do a great job for us, and produce beautiful artwork for us, and that really enhances the messaging. So we also have Marcia Litzkin, who is our community relations freelance. She is the champion of our newsletter and the content that you see displayed in there, the Palm Coaster. And she also assists with other writing projects that we have. And an interesting tidbit about Marcia is she was actually the community relations manager from 2005 to 2011 here for the city of Palm Coast. And we really appreciate all she does for the city. So a lot of times we get asked, what do you do as a communications team? And it's really our goal and our job is to serve the community and to do everything we can to help best keep you informed. And we do that in a variety of different ways, one of which is raising awareness to various things that are going on and strategic priorities that we have. So Kim, can you give us an example of one of the campaigns that we run that helps raise awareness?
Well, we know recently through our survey that we have been doing that many of our residents are now aware of Be Local, Buy Local, which is the City of Palm Coast's Shop Local campaign. And that has been an ongoing long-term campaign that has been around with the city for several years to encourage residents to shop local because of the impact that it has on their community to build capital projects, streets, roads, parks, and also give back to the businesses because many of those owners do live right here and they are your neighbors. So Be Local, Buy Local would be an example of a long-term campaign. And there are many facets to that. And this past year has produced some very telling challenges, like many businesses have seen through the pandemic, that COVID-19 brought on some new learning that we needed to do. And as well with the city, we had some campaigns that came along to help businesses through that. Some of our residents may have remembered the open local business list. That was to help them know about which businesses were open at the beginning of the pandemic in March. We also had restaurant guides, and we also shared updates on social media that were coming from the state. We also had our 30 restaurants in 30 days. And so those are small pieces to a very big campaign, which is Be Local, Buy Local. And that campaign is evolving as time goes on, and we have some new and exciting things planned for that for 2021. We also do short-term campaigns, which some of our residents may know as the Mayor's Challenge for Water Conservation. And that was actually just done in August, and it was delayed also because of the pandemic, but it's normally in April for Water Conservation Month. And so maybe in the next couple of months, you might see some more on that. But those are two examples of some of the marketing campaigns that we do.
Right. And we have Mayor's 9090 coming up and starting in June 4th through April. And that's going to be a great time for us to raise awareness for health and not only getting active and getting out in the community and enjoying a lot of our great parks and paths, but also getting around and out to restaurants and eating healthy, and really excited about that one as well. So, and we also we serve other departments in a lot of different ways, and supporting their efforts. So Angie, what are some ways that you contribute when to serve other departments and help support them?
Well, I'm responsible for the graphics and the video and supporting any of that content creation. So for the departments and for the city, I've made new logos to help rebrand the city. I've created event logos such as Food Truck Tuesday and even our waterway cleanup mascot. I edit and produce the videos for city departments like our Public Works APWA video, as well as our stormwater and engineering. And then I help assist with the campaign videos that you see, as Kim mentioned, with the 30 restaurants in 30 days, the Be Local, Buy Local videos. And besides that, I also make ad creation, and that is put on multiple different platforms, and it helps assist the campaigns such as our Be Local, Buy Local holiday gift guide and our annual Christmas tree recycling.
Great job. And then all of that content is just absolutely beautiful and really compelling. So Kim, what are some of the ways that in your role that you contribute to support departments and some of their initiatives?
So each of our departments will sometimes have community meetings, or they'll host events. For an example would be community development. They host Arbor Day. They also do Christmas tree recycling. They also do the citizen survey. And so these kind of events or initiatives, we will do news releases on, or we might do social media posts. And so that's where I would come in to write up information, whether an announcement or a news release form, to send out to the media or the public or residents through our multiple channels that we use to communicate to our residents. And that could be through our city email, through media such as the newspaper or radio station. That could also be through our website, and also just other various ways that we communicate to our residents.
Yeah, and this all comes together, and I think a great example of that was recently we had gotten notice that Florida Park Drive was going to be shut down from 8 a.m. till about 4 p.m. on a Friday, and we had good advance warning, and we were able to get all those pieces together, like put together a press release and a map that showed where exactly that closure was going to happen. And then able to get that out to the local media, as well as create some social posting, and then get that included in our weekly update email that goes out to residents. And putting that all together, we were able to get that information out broadly to the community, and maybe not reduce disruption, but reduce aggravation that can sometimes come about when you're not informed. So, and the great outcome with that is people were informed. We didn't receive any messaging where people were surprised, and I think that was a real win, and a great example of how all of this comes together at times. One of the questions that I get asked at times is, what are the ways in which you communicate? Because it really comes down to three buckets of things that we do that all work in unison at times, and sometimes independently, that we work to inform people We promote things at times, and then we engage with the community through various communication channels as well. And sometimes we do all three at one time, similar to like the Florida Park Drive closure. That's something that we put out information to inform people, and we would promote that message out there. And if people had questions, we were able to answer questions for them and get them connected to the people that had the right answers if we didn't have them. Um, and we use a lot of different formats to communicate to people, such as written, visual, as we've seen here today with video and images. We use social networks to engage with people, and we use ads to get information out to promote various things as well and raise awareness. And we do that through whether it be online and offline. And none of these things are mutually exclusive. So we have online channels such as our website. Um, we use social media, we use email, we use digital social ads. And then we have our offline channels such as print ads, and we have community meetings and speaking engagements. And all of these things overlap, and we look at what it is that we're trying to achieve and what goal that we want to achieve, either within our campaign or with working with other departments. And that way we can choose which channels work best and how we make them all work together to get us to the best result possible. Um, so with that said, we also opened it up and asked for people to submit some questions. And we did have some questions come in. We didn't have any that were specific to communications, and that's okay too, because all of these questions were great questions that were asked, and we're going to make sure that they get to the appropriate departments, and that we get you the best answers to what you wanted to know about. But I thought this was a great example too of what we experience along the way, that we serve as managing our social channels and sometimes having replies to our weekly update emails and whatnot like that, that questions come into us, and it's important for us to know who to get people connected with, how to get them the service as quickly as possible. Um, and to give you an example, I think one question that came in was really great, and a great example of what, you know, maybe something that we don't know the answer to, but we'll be able to get you the answer to. And I think one of them was, it had to do with COVID-19 and the vaccine. Can you and talk a little bit about what we can do on that front, Kim, in those types of examples?
Yeah, so the question was about the vaccine. And with that kind of a question, we would refer that person to the right person with the health department so that they can get the answers from people who are more educated on those kinds of topics. Over the summer, we were doing virtual town halls, and the health department was part of that. And we did get questions that were more focused towards them. And so we would, at times when they would share information with us, such as testing locations, we would post those on Palm Coast Connect, and it would be from them. And so it was their information that we were sharing along to residents in a very simple and easy way. So that would be kind of how we had done things in the last couple months. But for this one, we would refer them to the health department, but also give them the right person to talk to so that they can just go directly to who they need.
Great, great. So again, thank you for joining us. I appreciate everybody who submitted questions to us. And again, we are going to get those submitted to either customer service or the particular departments. And we have your contact information so we can have somebody get back to you with the information and the answers to what your questions were. And we appreciate you joining us. Feel free to ask more questions in the comments below. We'll look for those, and hopefully we can get those answered. And feel free to call us anytime or reach out to us and let us know how we can serve you best. Thank you.